Yeah, you can't cancel me. I protested and they gave me my stream back. Anyhow, that's not what this is about. What's up, C4? This is real quick. So, just a friendly reminder, these are the tariffs Canada applies to agricultural products before we entered the trade war. This is before we entered the trade war. Chicken, they tariffed 263%. Turkey, 179%. Butter, 175%. Dairy spreads, 165%. Certain fish products, they tariffed 160%. They tariffed milk, 155%. They tariffed cheese, 147%. They tariffed beef and pork, 77%. They tariffed eggs, 60%, 66%. Flour, 40%. Wheat, 38%. Orange juice and peanut butter, they tariffed 25%. We are only tariffing them 25%. Doesn't seem so excessive, does it? I didn't think it did. 300, 200 some percent. I mean, they're tariffing the crap out of us. I've been saying this the whole time. The whole world has been tariffing and taxing us since World War II so they can rebuild their economies after World War II. That's over. It's time for a little compensation back to America. 25% doesn't seem that unreasonable now that you know how much they actually are taking from our coffer. The reason why we don't sell products in these other countries, the reason why our manufacturing's not good, the reason why all this other stuff's not happening in America is because they don't allow us to sell our products in their country without taxing tariff them. Most of it well over 75%, some over 200%. Seriously? You want to know why people saying Canada can't survive without America? Most of their revenue is brought in from taxes and tariffs on our products going into their country. That's a majority of their GDP is them taxing us, not their own people. People just don't get that. It's kind of crazy. But that's the reality of things. Now that people are finding out the reality of things, maybe we can have civil conversations with people who think us tariffing other countries 25% while they're tariffing us 75+% is unfair of us. What freaking public school did you go to? I don't want to live there because I don't want my kids to end up that foolish. Learn a little bit, check out, research, do some fucking background check on what you're talking about. Find out the truth before you just hop in there and say, oh, tariffs are bad. No, it's not. It's a damn good thing. Actually, 75% tariff would be actually more fair and would bring in 3 times more money than we're going to bring in. Or they're going to lower their tariffs on our stuff once they realize that they got to pay more for their stuff coming into our country. Because we're not going to pay higher prices. We're just going to buy less, which means they're going to have more stuff, which means they're going to have to lower their prices to match the tariff. And that's how that works. Evil Cowboy, Independent. Hey, I got canceled. I did a live stream earlier, Indy, because I know your little sick booty didn't going to do a live stream. And YouTube cut me off. And I told them to get screwed. And I protested. And they took the strike away from me. So I only have 1 strike, not 2. And I can actually post. I was not going to be allowed to post for 2 weeks because of the 2nd strike, but they took it away. So I'm still under only 1 strike. Yay, team. But yeah, I just want to, let you people know about, again, hello, Evil Cowboy. Yeah, I just, good news on the takeaway of the strike. It was, I actually hit it. They still took down my live stream and I lost all my viewers in the conversation. It was about the 4th pyramid of Egypt, by the way. It was pretty good. Someone else had done a documentary on the 4th pyramid that I've been talking about on other people's shows. And I just wanted to give information showing I'm not stupid and just talking out my ass. There actually was a 4th pyramid. There's documented facts about it. They know where it was. They've seen the base of it and everything. They're kind of curious how that got destroyed without a trace. That's the interesting thing. But there was a 4th pyramid. There's not 3 pyramids. There's 4. And anyhow, YouTube took it down. I told I got in a fight with him, put on my boxing gloves, boom, knocked him out. Got my channel back. Now I can post again. It's kind of cool. So what do you guys want to talk about? I was talking about taxes and tariffs and how much just Canada taxes and tariffs us. And since more people are actually here now, what I will do is I will go back and I will go over it. This is amazing. Chicken. Okay, Canada tariffs chicken. 263%. Turkey and butter and dairy and certain fish products and milk are over 155%. It's like, wow. How can they get away with that kind of crap? Hey, what's up there, JM? How can they get away with taxing, tariffing us like that, and we don't get anything back from them? And it's been going on like that for my whole life. All of our whole lives, they've been doing it to us. Kind of sucks that we've actually been financial slaves our whole life and had our wealth stolen from us by other countries. And when Trump laughs and says, yeah, Europe's the worst, they are. But things are going to, and it's going to get bad because they're going to say, oh my gosh, you're trying to make it evil, even tariffs with us. What's up, Jethro? Yeah, you think they would, but that's further north than they want to go. 90% of Canadians live within 100 miles of the American border. That says a lot. They got a large country, but they don't really use it. Cost way too much for the infrastructure. That's where micronuclear energy comes into play. Ooh, that was one hell of a hit. That was one hell of a hit. I did. I missed your comment. That's because I ignore you most of the time. I'm sorry, Independent. You're going to have to repeat it. Sorry. Let me go back up here and see. You said hello to someone. You said hello, JM. So the stream proving you weren't talking out your ass is the one that got taken down. That was a good one, Indy. I don't think I'm not on StreamYard, so I don't think I can highlight, but that was one hell of a comment. No, it won't let me highlight it. Sorry about that, but man, that was a good comment. Independent Mini said, so the stream proving you weren't talking out your ass is the one that got taken down. And it's true. My God, it's true. And it got put back up. It's like 20 minutes. It's got 12 views because it was taken down while I was live streaming. Nefertite Stackhead. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Where you at? Oh, hey, what's up? I am not sure what you're talking about. Neophyte Stacker. You buying stock or considering? Am I buying stock? No, I'm actually getting a job later this month. It'll probably last 3 to 5 weeks, and I'll probably have a couple $1,000 extra out of that. 1 second. Quiet, Silver. That's my cat. And I'm going to invest in Nanonuclear Energy, which is NNE, Clean Air Metals, which is a Canadian platinum mining company, MJMN, and SFRX as far as stocks go. Quiet! Damn, why are you yelling? And then I'm also going to be buying ZB, what is it? Yeah, ZBCN, Digibytes, and XCN And I'm calling Ninja Monday and see which ones he suggests. So I might add to that crypto a little bit. And then, of course, I'll get on my live stream and tell you all because that'll be not insider. He's not giving insider shit. But I'll get the information first. And I will provide you guys with that information, whichever one he tells me to buy before he goes online and tells his people, all his people in chat to buy. He's going to tell me. So I'll do a live stream and let you guys know because I only got like 20 people that watch anyhow. So it's not going to be like too big a deal. And not all of you are, I mean, probably not even half are into crypto. But for those that'll be into crypto, you'll get like 1 or 2 days advance notice before Ninja tells his 550,000 subscribers. Boy, girl, let me tell you what. Evil Cowboy, that pretty much no one knows how to drive anymore. But yeah, and the occasional cop, because you have different counties. If you're driving states across country and you have to go through several states, and they see out-of-state plates, they tend to take advantage of those drivers because they know that it's going to cost you more to fight the ticket. And I think that needs to be looked at. But that's just one of many things that need to be looked at. I'm not saying that all cops are bad by no means, but they do. And even though they say they don't, they get tax dollars off of tickets. And that's incentive for taking advantage of people. You know, I'm not saying the cops are bad. They're needed. But at the same aspect, they use that. Their upper echelon use that for bargaining power in negotiations for contracts, and that part's actually not good because public safety is not a negotiating thing in the contract, as far as I'm concerned. Like union iron workers, I've been a union iron worker out here since 1996. We do 3-year contracts. Most we ever got on a 3-year contract was $7. That's like $2.30 a year, right? This contract, we're getting like $12, which is freaking outstanding. Sucks ass because, you know, inflation and we're way behind. But we're finally getting a good contract. So, oh, hey, what's up, Gerald? Hey, yeah. Gerald, yeah. I was going to call, I complained about them taking my show down, and they re-looked at it and apologized to me and said, no, you don't have a strike. It's just a community warning. It's not even a community warning. And then they gave me a long list of apologies and this, that, and the other. But they put my channel back up. Mike, what's up? Well, everyone's hopping in. See, I guess getting your show, your live stream taken down increases your viewership. That or y'all are worried I'll be taken down permanently. The only reason I went live, I blame Indy. If you hadn't got sick and gone live, I would have not gone live. It's all your fault, sis. See how that works? That's why you don't want to be related to me. I'll figure out a way to make it all your fault. It's all Indy's fault. If she hadn't got sick and done a live stream, I'd be on her panel. I'd have never gone live. I'd have never got my shit taken down. You see my logic? Do I have logic, people? Put one in the chat if I have logic. There's some logic to that. I blame Indy. It's all her fault. You know it, girl. And the thing is, her kids probably aren't even sick. She's probably out drinking with her husband out of the bar tonight. See, Mike knows. Thanks for the support, brother. That's cool. That's cool. JM didn't hear any of that. Hey, what's up, Knackers? O'Reilly, excuse me. Knackers. Oh my God, yeah, on fucking Ninja show, man. That's why he called me after the show was over. He's like, dude, man, I'm sorry, Neil. I had to banned like 30 people in like a 3-minute time period. Indy, you'd have been impressed with my moderating skills and getting rid of spammers. It was like, fucking all the other mods that were there were like, Neil, we'll just step aside. You're doing a great job. they were like timing them out like after I fucking blocked them 5 people later. Yeah, it was hectic. I don't even know what the hell Ninja was talking about. I was working so hard. I couldn't pay a damn attention. I do know I know he looked at the chat and he was amazed. He was like, Neil timed out, Neil blocked, Neil blocked, Neil blocked, and that's all he saw was what, Neil, what the hell are you doing to my people, man? You blocking them all? Silver Wolverine, what's up? Holy shit, the whole crowd's here. Hey, you guys, if you have channels, go ahead and put your own channel down. As always, you are all, most all of you are Blue Meanies, so you can do that. Jim, quit. Okay. I guess she doesn't want to quit. She wants some TV time. You want some TV time, Momo? Do you want some TV time? You want some TV time? You want some TV time? Yeah, start throwing out people's channels, bro. Everyone subscribe up to each other. Get down, girl. I'm gonna smoke some pot. Yeah, everyone should be having a good night. It's either Saturday morning or late Friday. I'm happy as hell. My channel was taken down earlier for a strike, and they gave me my channel back, which is kind of cool. Ooh, that's a good question, Evil Cowboy. Okay, there's a good chance. I can't say for certain, but I mean, if the stock market drops again, yeah, there's a good chance it'll fall below, but not much below, and it probably won't stay for long because a lot of things are. Hey, thank you very much, Southeastern. A lot of things are happening in South Africa. They actually went against a lot of treaties and trade agreements we had with them when they persecuted Israel in their fake little trial they had, and they really put themselves in a pickle, and they're getting bit, and it's going to hurt them, and they might be a third world country and kicked out of BRICS as a result. Yeah, everyone on 3. Good morning, Stackers does the slip, the good morning sip, where everyone does the synchronized sip. I do the synchronized smoke. As you can tell, this is a nice mushroom colored. Looks like a mushroom. And it is a mushroom. It's one of those smokable mushrooms. So we do a synchronized hit. Just, I'll take like 50 or 60. So just, take one hit and it'll be synchronized. And if you don't smoke pot, damn, you should. We actually have cannabinoid receptors in your brain back here that are the exact match for cannabis. For cannabis sativas. So you're designed as a human being to either ingest or smoke marijuana because the receptors in the back of your head. I tell you what, I'll do a different tradition. It'll be a puff, puff, pass. It'll be like a scratch and sniff. There you go. Shotgun, that's what we call it. The shotgun. Except for you guys don't get high off of it, and I do have to clean the smoke off of my... Yeah, digital weed. Yeah, Gerald will like that. It's digital weed. What the hell? Where'd that light come from? Which light is that? One right above the head. There we go. Now it's not too overwhelming for y'all. Space weed. Speaking of which, now that everyone's getting on board with this micro nuclear reactor stuff that's going on, and you got the Dream Inc., which is a specific dude, this is the freaking biggest tell out there. Dream Inc. is out of Switzerland. They are making specifically a micro nuclear reactor that'll produce 60 megawatts of electrical power and 60 megawatts of cooling power. And they stated they're going to use it for processing plant warehouses for large data storage and processing centers. If you are going to need 60 megawatts, and they're going to need more than one because they're coming up with a whole style of micro reactor for this need. So they probably plan on selling like 100 of these things. And what they're going to be used for is for large warehouses that are going to use about 60 megawatts of power for their process servers and 60 megawatts of cooling to cool the servers. Luckily, none of that will be taking power away from the grid. So the ones that are big like that now will be getting off the grid once this micro Dream Inc. Gets certified to make this micro nuclear reactor. So that's going to be a big help. But the fact that they're going to need that style of micro nuclear reactor for process servers in that large number means that our economy is going digital. That's exactly what it means. So, take it for what you want it to be. Blockchain technology is here and it's not going anywhere. I mean, the dollar's going to change, but we're just like from 1971, but we'll still have a physical bill. But the digital economy is on top of that. And, like I said, get on board, or later you'll get on board late. But having said that, sorry, my phone's gone dead. Having said that, nano nuclear energy started out about a year ago at $4.51. They're now up into the 20 some dollars. They fell a little bit with the rest of the stock market, but they're still above $20, which is still a almost fivefold, 500%, 450% increase in 1 year. So OKLO out of California, micronuclear energy plant, just starting out. They got a low stock price. Within a year, they'll probably be $20-$30. Same with Dream Inc. stock. Get in early. America controls the energy sector of the world economy, and these companies aren't going to some other place to get their shit certified. They're going to Idaho and going through the Nuclear Regulatory Commission in America to be able to sell these micronuclear reactors worldwide. That tells you America controls that sector of the energy market, and we're going to push it because we want to stay in control, and we want to make money. So, it's under 20. Yeah, dude, it's a strong buy under 20. Strong buy, in my opinion, not to be taken as financial advice, but I do my research, and that's a strong buy. It's not going to be, again, quiet, please, Ginger. The rest of the stock market, they lost like $2.5 billion today, so everything kind of went down. Even the good ones went down a little bit. Resisting arrest, man, they'd get me for kissing the cop. I'd be like, "Come here, you want to wear handcuffs, baby? Come here." Woo-hoo! Yeah, that cop would be staying away from me, baby. He'd be like, "Oh shit!" And call a female cop in here, and I'd be like, "Yeah." I'd be fucking with them so hard they'd let me go because they wouldn't want to keep me in jail. No one tries that. It works. It really does. I'm watching tear down entire old neighborhoods by the mile in Elk Grove Village, Illinois, by O'Hare Airport to build a 1,000-foot data center facility. Like I said, Jeff Rowe, a 1 million. That's big. That's not enough for it might be enough for 60 megawatts of power and cooling power. But yeah, that's big. And my statement a couple minutes ago, go back, check it out. It holds true. Micronuclear energy is a big part of the energy future that America's going to control. Then the part that I'm focused on, there's other parts. It's not the only part. It's just the part I'm focused on because it's new tech, and I like the new tech stuff. And it's new tech. I was talking about 2 years ago when Rolls-Royce signed a contract with the English government to produce a small modular reactor that they can use on the on the moon for a moon base by 2030. So that's a tell. Then you start looking at what are they? Evil Cowboy. I think what's going to happen to XRP. What's up, Hunter? Again, I think it will live up to about 50% to 30 to 50% of hype. I don't think it's going to go up as quick and fast as everyone thinks. It will go up, but again, in the time that it takes it to do its thing slower than people think it's going to. I mean, it will be 10, probably 15, $20, but in the hundreds, there's going to be another thing that comes along that replaces it. That's the bad thing about tech. If you remember computers, when the computer revolution came around in the 80s, 90s, you buy a computer 6 months later, it was old. It was trash technology, and you had to buy another one in 6 months. Well, when you're looking at digital shit, same thing applies. You have a company starting something, they got invested in it, but then say a quantum thing comes along. Now they have competition. Now, which is the best? Now that one XRP's got a lower expectation. Not saying it's going away. What I'm saying is I'm anticipating competition, which will stop it from getting to the highs that people are thinking it's going to get to. That's my opinion on it. Yeah, 15 football fields, Jethro. That would be one of many data processing centers that are going to be showing up throughout the world. Sweet, Jethro. See, now you know this. You have an insight on the future industries by being in your trade and seeing that their sector is increasing. Your business in your sector of business means they're growing, and you need to keep an eye on it. That's an indicator. Yes, Gerald, there is a lot of great projects that are under like a tenth of a penny. That a small move, if you have $1,000, and it will fucking garnish you great rewards. Again, doing your own research, due diligence, researching what blockchain technology is, what it's about, what it does, and what these individual token company coins do, what their use case is, or are they a meme coin, or are they a stable coin? And once you can get that platform of understanding, you can start. You take $100 and you can make some money. You really can. Believe in it or not. It's if you don't believe in it, it's like going to Vegas with a heads up on the fucking slot machine, knowing how to pull it to make it win. Okay, it's better than Vegas once you look at it, whether you believe in it or not. You can make money on it. Yeah, it's digital economy. Like I said, Gerald, the technological revolution, seeing America leading the energy sector and controlling the energy sector. You look at what America's doing, and they're looking and pushing hard for micronuclear reactors. So you see what these companies are doing to produce these micronuclear reactors and why they are producing them, what purpose, use case, fundamentals, what use case, and you find out different things that are key indicators, like Jethro was talking about. Man, they got a $1 million warehouse for data processing center being built in Iowa, or where is it? That state that he's in, one of those northern states. And they're popping up in every state. So these certain micronuclear reactor companies, in that case for data processing centers, you're going to look at Dream Inc. is going to be the ones selling their micronuclear reactors to that company, because they sell. Theirs is going to be designed a micronuclear reactor designed for cooling megawatts as well as electrical megawatts. So it's perfect for data processing centers. And they'll probably sell thousands of them actually. And then of course the OKLO out of California. I haven't really researched them because I was really hip on Dream Inc. Micronuclear reactor company and their intent. But I'll look at the Oklo and see what they're about. But again, the stocks on both those companies are gonna, like you can just from the conversation that Jeffrey was having, 30% of their business is being taken by these industries that are building places that will need these type of micronuclear reactors. So indicator. See, look at there. Silver Wolverine's got two nephews in the electricals, in the electrical field, electricians, and they're doing a lot of data processing centers. So that right there tells you if you have any cognitive abilities, it'll tell you that, well, Dream Inc. is making micronuclear reactors perfect for that. We have two guys in chat and myself all telling you what's happening. It hasn't hit the charts yet. That's how you make your money. And knowing that South Africa is gonna face some serious freaking issues because of the crap they pulled on Israel and that false court thing and all the lies they put up. There's some ramifications that their government's going to change most likely, and that's going to drive all of the prices of everything they have down, which is why I say for a little bit you might see platinum below 900 an ounce coming up, because when the crash happens here, it's going to happen everywhere, and those countries that are already in the shithole, they're going to get flushed, and South Africa's already in the shithole, so it's going to get flushed. Dude, Jevro. There you go, guys. They've been killing the steel industry for, I don't know. I've been in it for 33 years. They've been killing it for about 33 years. We're fixing to need a lot of fucking iron workers. And I'm going to be early retiring. Fuck them. We don't make enough money. I was telling my BA when I moved here in 96, Walnut Creek, there was a studio apartment. Get this, a studio apartment downtown Walnut Creek. It's a rich town. But this is 1996. It went for $100,000. My pay on my check was about $30 an hour back in 1996. Right now, that studio apartment goes for $700,000. My pay hasn't even doubled. It's almost doubled. So I'm making 100% more, but housing has gone up 700%. And I was bitching about my BA about that, and then then they come out with a new contract where they're giving us a lot of our benefits back with travel, subsistence, and $12 over 3 years instead of 7. So being in the union, if you fight, open your mouth, you actually get more money and more benefits, which is good. Late, but good. So yeah, I encourage everyone getting into trades and taking that money and investing it wisely and increasing your knowledge in your investments to find out if maybe you could be doing something else that will make you more money than the trade that you're in. There. Oh yes. That one is. What is it? It's those boys there. I'm going to be investing in them once I get some money. Get away, Ginger. No, I don't want you on my lap. No, I don't want you on my lap. But that's just me going to be investing in them. I suggest everyone do due diligence on that. But I think if you will find out they'll be worth investing in. ZBCN, they're going to be a type of. Actually, they're hooked up with Mastercard. They're going to be the crypto Mastercard on the digital market, or one of. There's going to be several, but they're going to be one of the Mastercards of the digital market. I'm definitely going to get a lot of that one. And like I said, Monday, Ninja's going to tell me some shit because when he called me after the show was over today, because I had there was a lot of spammers. He asked, Neil, do you have any crypto? I said, Ninja, no. He goes, damn it, Neil, you're killing me. He goes, can you get $100 up? Give me a call Monday. Do this. Give me a call when you do this. So that's how I know he's going to tell me some shit. But he really wants me to buy some crypto. So does Gerald. But right now, money's tight right now. And fucking America and California's been killing the steel industry. And man, I have seriously been doing nothing but going like this financially for 4 fucking years. I am like at wit's end. So, $10 is quite a bit actually right now. Yeah, it's like I said, ZBCN is good to get in my opinion. Again, do your own research. There are going to be other digital MasterCard cards out there. There's going to be competition. That's the great thing about this. There's going to be competition, which means you're going to get, as a consumer, you're going to get rewarded more than being treated as an asset rather than a liability. Because like right now, you stick your money in the bank, it's legally not your money anymore. So why should they give you interest? I mean, they have no incentive to be nice to you or to treat you good. With this new digital revolution we're having, there's going to be so much freaking competition. It's going to be like, and I've said this before, and I'll say this as it's happening, 1836 to 1862, I believe, are the years that Congress allowed banks to create their own dollar bills. And the banks competed for customers. Savings rates were never better. Loan rates were never lower. The economy was freaking booming because of that one move. It lasted for about 25 years or so. Congress just made the same move, allowing companies, financial companies, to create their own stable coin backed 1-for-1 with the dollar, which is an exact repeat. You guys be nice. No fighting. No fighting. Which is exact repeat of the 1836 to 1862 monetary policy followed by America, except for digital. So the same great economy should occur because you and I, as consumers, will be treated like kings by these institutions because they will be fighting for our business, competing, and states also are starting to compete. I saw this one show where they said states are already competing to have people move there by offering more benefits to move to that state over any other state. That's beneficial for all of us as individuals. And that's going to be coming more and more. So there's a lot going on. All right, quit with the crypto talk and chat. We need other people to talk as well. I don't want to be known as a crypto channel. I do encourage it, but I want to talk about other stuff and get other information out there as well, because there's a lot of other things coming. Like my boy Travis Ninja said, no, you don't have to go anywhere. It's not bad, Gerald. It's going to be a crypto, and then you're going to have to step out of crypto and take your profits from crypto because it's going to go to precious metals. And then precious metals is going to run, and you're going to have to take your profits out of that because housing is going to crash. And all these things are going to be happening. 1, 2, 3. Not that you can't stay in crypto forever and hold diamond hands, all this other good stuff. That is a option. That is a perspective. That is a way to do it. The way I'm looking at doing it is basically the same way Ninja is. This one goes up, and it's unique. This time, last halving, it didn't work like this. This opportunity didn't. This is a once in my lifetime opportunity. I see it just like Travis sees it. It's going to be crypto, and then right after the crypto goes up, keep some of it, take profit, throw that into silver, and I say platinum. Travis Ninja says just silver, but I say platinum, and then it's going to go up too because of the markets, the economy, the time of history that we're in, the economic worldwide reset coming up, and all those things. It's going to go from crypto to silver, and then the housing will crash, and you'll be able to take those profits and jump over. And by the end, in 6 months, you might be able to have half a house paid off with a couple $1,000 investment now in the right crypto, taking it out, profit margins out at the right time, throwing it into silver, taking profit margins out, throwing it into a house. Because last halving and the halving before that, those opportunities weren't there because the precious metals markets run every 40 to 45 years. Never before in history has the precious metals markets run at the same time as a crypto market, because crypto markets were never around the last time gold, silver, and platinum made a run. So there's something new that you have to consider in your long-term strategy in a micro setting. And then you have the housing crash and the overvaluation of stock market and its perceived 30 to 50% haircut also occurring. So all these things are occurring repetitiously, right? One to another. So if you ride the waves properly, you should be able to jump on. And yeah, I know you're about silver. I know you're about silver, Gerald, and you're well positioned for all three of these things to happen. Most everyone else is not. I myself am not, and I will be doing basically what Economic Ninja says to do. I will be doing certain cryptos, taking profits out, buying silver, then buying a house, and hopefully. Yeah, exactly, Gerald. It's a controlled demolition through economic, and the reason why they're allowed they can get away with it is because it's like waves coming in. Again, crypto markets never been around the same time the precious metals markets has been in the boom, and the world economies have never been in crisis at the same time. Both those things have happened, and we have a housing and stock market correction. All these things are happening together. Perfect timing to make a lot of money, to make shitloads of money if you keep your head about you and you have some spare what they call it, dry powder, spare capital on the side. It's a perfect time, especially the key words that Gerald's saying there, the independent mini's 100% guaranteed right with is controlled demolition. As an ironworker, I know what that means. That means I know where the building's falling. So I know what to anticipate. If I know what to anticipate and it's not a physical building, but it's a financial structure, I can make a lot of money. No, just like Travis Ninja said today in one of his live stream, run into the building when everyone's running out. Those people make the money. Now, that's not literal, and I don't want YouTube to take that literal. By no means should you ever literally run into a burning building. This is figuratively an economic setting, using economics and the economic house as the burning house. You run into that as everyone's running out because they're throwing away their options. Their fear. Fear is the mind killer. And it really is. If you keep your wits about you in any situation, you'll come out better than if you're in that situation fearful. Because you will make two different decisions. You'll make those decisions based on fear. No one's never benefited making a decision off of fear. You even in a fearful situation, you should still try and make level-headed decisions, even in a fearful situation. But don't let fear dictate your actions because they're not going to be good. Thank you, JM. Yeah, Ninja's an awesome dude, man. Like I said, I'm going to call him Monday or Tuesday. I told him Monday. I'll probably call him Tuesday. Thank you, Silver Wolverine. I like to think that I have some common sense about me, even though I understand Independent Mini talks crap about me behind my back. I'm kidding. And again, speaking somewhat on what Gerald is saying, again, even if you're not totally on board with this crypto thing, it doesn't take much. 100, $200. Take a chance. Just take a chance. Do a little bit of research, follow a couple people, take a chance. Yeah, exact infinity. Not behind my back, in front of my face, to my face. Right on, girl. That's why I like you. Hey, what's up, Garrett? But yeah, just take a chance on these, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity with all these cycles and everything happening and everyone trying to detour your attention. How many of these mainstream people have tried to gear you to proper financial decisions for your scenario? How many of them have told you about these different cycles coming and how you could profit from them? If they're not talking about it, cool. Then you need to. That's because the house is on fire. You need to run in because they're not going to tell you the house is on fire. This is a synchronized toke for all you people that got to take drug tests. You can digitally the eye. I just gave you a wow, I'm stoned. Shotgun. No, YouTube, it's not a real shotgun. You gotta watch out. I almost got kicked off YouTube today. Yeah, you gotta watch out for YouTube, bro. It's all good if you're just talking shit. You start talking the truth, they start canceling your ass. So y'all are just gonna hear me talk shit. I'll try and sneak the truth in between if you can figure it out. Exactly right, Silver Wolverine. Oh, there's another one. That's another good one, Gerald. Undo. That is actually another good one. But yeah, keep level headed. Don't let fear. Check this out. The difference between people that succeed and don't succeed, or people that don't succeed, allow their conscious self to stop them before they start. Your conscious mind will throw in so many roadblocks to something that you could naturally do without your conscious mind throwing those roadblocks in. For instance, the word can't. Any psychologist out there, psychiatrist out there will tell you that word is the biggest mental roadblock to you achieving anything. Why do we have it in our vocal vocabulary? Why do we have that word if it's that bad? So overcome your own conscious self and understanding it, just understanding that your conscious self will screw you in getting your goals will help you overcome that problem. Just acknowledging that it is a problem. And if you really sit down and analytically think about it, it is a problem. Trust me, it's been proven. That's why I say, and every now and then I do this, I'll write down, I'll allow my subconscious to control more of my conscious decisions. I'll do it 6 times, say it 6 times, read it 6 times, write it 6 times. So that way, hopefully, more of my conscious decisions are made subconsciously. Because I have found in life that your subconscious actually makes better decisions for you, more consistently healthy decisions for you. It keeps your heart going without you think about it. It keeps your neuro functions going, your motor functions going, blood flowing through your body, oxygen getting to your blood cells. All that's done by your subconscious. It makes so many more better, proper decisions for the healthier, safer, better you than your conscious does. Your conscious mind. Woo! Okay, let's start off with sex, porn. That's the conscious mind. Okay, you see how that roadblocks you right off the bat. And then there's money, greed. Then you get into cigarettes and drugs. That's all conscious mind shit. That shit stops you from getting forward. And it's your own mind. Fear is mind killer. It's yeah. Yeah, Indie definitely puts up and supports local artists. Garrett, obviously, you know that. You definitely check out her show. Typically, she's on tonight. The only reason you're here is because she's not on, because she weenied out. She wanted to have a few and say she's sick, and it's the whole family, because we've never seen her on video, so we can't validate that. I'm sick. Honey, you got that other bottle of wine? I'm playing with you, girl. Wine is good for sicknesses, though. At least it makes you feel better about being sick. Might not get you better, but it'll make you feel better about being sick. I need to get some milk for this. Be right back. Thank you for standing by. That was a public announcement service thingy. I know what I can do. I think I can. Hey, yeah, I can. Cool. Ooh. Hold on a second, Garrett. Damn it, this thing's taking a while. Wow. Why is it freezing up on me? There we go. You are blue. In case you want to put down, if you have a channel, Garrett, I just made you a blue meanie. You are now a Chips Ahoy cookie, because it's a blue package. And I'm going to eat one because I got the munchies. And I ain't got a girl around me to stop me. I expect backstage passes to any fucking one of you musicians who get famous that have come here and talked with me on my show. I'm charging you backstage passes at a big concert where you have lots of cameras and shit. I'll bring some crystallized osmium jewelry. Maybe have one of you guys wear some nose ring jewelry or something on stage. I'm actually trying to get a hold of Tom McDonald, because he's got this lip ring, and I have this idea for an osmium lip ring, and I want him to wear it. I caught his attention on one of his live chats because working with Travis or the Ninja, I can see his eye movement when he reads chat. And Tom McDonald had a live chat about a week or so ago, and I put down a couple comments, and I saw his eyes when I put down on the live stream my comment for him to contact me. I had some jewelry I'd like him to check out. But of course, you never get in touch with anyone from just a simple comment. But I caught his attention, and I thought it was kind of cool. So, next attempts I'm going to try and make to get his attention, he'll have an idea who I am by catching his attention on his live stream. I hope. That's the psychology I'm using, anyhow. Usually works. Dude, his stuff is cool as shit. And I tell you what, Anova, his girlfriend, was pretty damn good videographer, because she's the one who produces his shit, because he's total independent. And how she sold him, it reminded me of Ozzy Osbourne and his wife. I swear to God, she's doing a magnifique job of promoting that son of a bitch, artistically and videography wise. How he's changed from being the devil rapper, independent devil rapper, to having good songs like "You Can't Cancel All of Us" and what is that? "There's a Man in the Sky." I mean, he crosses country, rap, the whole fucking genre. Yeah, I don't know who you guys are talking about. If you and I can't offer to come up. I'm actually on YouTube. I'm not on Ustream, StreamYard, so I don't have a. I don't believe I can have anyone come up. Let me go check that. Share screen, new, share. Nope, not that I can see. Hold on. I don't think I can invite anyone up. Pop-ups, channel level settings, send feedback. Nope, can't invite anyone up here. Sorry about that, guys. Garrett, what's a real cowboy? What's up, Pete and Repeat? Hey, Jeffro, thank you very much for being here, and prayers, man. Your uncle is blessed if he's 99, brother. He is very blessed. And to think this all started out with the tariffs. Oh, JM, yeah, I gave earlier the amount of your country tariffs America. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Canadian. $275% tariff on chicken. $165% tariff on milk. And your government's bitching that we're going to put a 25%. I'm not, come on, JM. I'm just picking on you because you're Canadian. I know you guys are like us. We don't fucking pick our government either. That's a typical thing in all countries. They're run by politicians that the people never put in charge. That's a commonality with all free nations. Yeah, shorts are all I'm getting from him too. He's probably taking some time off, bro. Trust me when I say there's some crazy shit happening on YouTube. They must have some fucking random DEI person fucking running around there. Fucking, oh no, hit this one, hit this one, hit this one. And then they check them and say, whoa, what the fuck are you doing, man? Canceling this shit. No, YouTube took my stream down, JM. They gave me a strike. And then I wrote them, I said a little thing, and they put the show back up and said, oh, we're sorry. Yeah, so they intentionally fucked my channel for no good reason other than they could. Silver Shepherd Stacker, good evening. How are you doing, my friend? Yeah, it was kind of cool. I was talking about the fourth pyramid at Giza that no one talks about. And I was saying how the three pyramids of Giza now are associated with Orion's belt because of the configuration of the three pyramids on the ground when you're looking at them stellarly upward is an exact correlation with three stars in Orion's belt. But if there's a fourth pyramid, that whole narrative goes away. And there is factual evidence of a fourth pyramid. And I was giving that evidence when my channel got shut down for fictitious charges. Kind of fucked up, huh? But I guess if I charge you guys for history lessons, maybe they wouldn't have shut me down. But anyhow, it was proof positive because you saw the whole footprint of the pyramid along with all the underground diggings and the whole top of the pyramid. It's not there. wherever it went to, don't know. But you can definitely see the base of it. And it was constructed at one time between 1746 until after World War II, I guess, when people really started noticing. Somewhere in between that 200-year time period, it disappeared. No trace. Oh, yeah, JM. Dude, you just don't know how bad I have it, JM. Seriously, man. One of my live streams I was doing, the World Health Organization complained and had YouTube, Google shut me down off my live stream. I have some serious assholes on my butt, bro. Fuck. Yeah, I was doing a little history that's not taught in schools, but it's factual, and I was given evidence. Luckily, I was right. When everyone else is wrong, and YouTube figured it out real quick. Actually, I'm surprised they took care of it within like 3 hours, 2 hours. They cut my live stream, gave me a strike, told me I couldn't post my second one, 2 weeks, no videos. And then within 2 hours, they reversed the whole fucking thing. I'm like, I was like, shit, okay, 2 weeks. I'm not going to post anything. Right on. And now I'm doing a live stream. Ain't that kick-ass? I gotta go back and no offense. Hold on a second here. I got a double feedback here. Silver Shelby Stacker and B Taylor. I know you, B. You are now a blue meanie. JM. Silverwell? I guess it doesn't matter. You're now a moderator. Silver Shelby Stacker, you're now a moderator. And of course, B Taylor, I made you a moderator too. How's it going, man? See, now you're blue meanie, brother. Like the rest of the blue meanies. If you have a YouTube show, you can post your links now. JM did it for you. Thank you, JM. I suggest everyone get to know everyone, share information. It is the best way to stop a tyrannistic government. Community. Everyone talk to each other. We're in a digital age. If we stay in touch, don't get canceled for telling the truth to each other, we can all gain knowledge from each other, make better decisions for our personal lives, and have a better life because of it. and stay more informed, not listening to the national news. Now that we know the national news is national shit, national paid perspective. Matthew, what's up, my man? You know, Matthew, while you're at work, my show got canceled, given a second strike, and then it got uncanceled and a strike taken away. It's been kind of an exciting past 3 hours, 4 hours. But again, Matthew, I say blame Independent Mini United, because if she was doing a live stream tonight, I would not have done a live stream. So all the trouble I had is her fault. And I'll bring that up to next Friday on her show. Let everyone know how she. Oh, hey, she's here. I should quit talking about her. I wasn't talking about you. Don't rewind. Everyone, go watch Independent Mini. Typically Friday nights, except for if she's had a little bit too much, then she won't do the live stream. That's right. See, she's even admitting it. She knows it's her fault. Dude, out here in California, it doesn't have to be medical. But I do have to say, I'm a union iron worker, and they do not approve of this shit, so I don't work that often unless they really need the job done. You know, someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. And then they call me because I'm a trained safety coordinator. Fall protection, train the trainer, meaning I can train someone to be a fall protection specialist and train other people. What other licenses do I have? OSHA and Cal OSHA. Was that 501 and 510 training, Comet trained certified. So many goddamn certifications. It's pathetic. No, I'm not. I was born in Pennsylvania, but I've never, other than my papa died at 3 and went back there to Lancaster at age 3. Ever since then, I drove through there in 1996, but pretty much after 1971, my family lived there, cousins, aunts, uncles, but I never went back. I did a tour of America. I started building America. I started in Pensacola, Florida, building NAS, Pensacola, Florida. There was an Army warrant officers base at Fort Rutgers, Alabama, that got closed down for base closures in 1992. And they built that flight operation of the Army on the naval base. And that got my first ironworker job there in 1993. And then I went to Charlotte and built a one city block long 12-story building, stayed there for about 6 months connecting that. Then I went up to Aberdeen, Maryland, and built a 500,000 square foot Saks Fifth Avenue Macy's warehouse. Then I went to Philadelphia. And then I went to Yankton, South Dakota. And then I came to California, and I went up and down to California. I ended up in the North Bay. So I've been around America working. Actually, I quit on the East Coast in Pennsylvania because at the time there was a Three River City. Two of the rivers where they connect, they were building this building, and there were heavy rains that overflowed and flooded the job site because it was still underground, and all our tools got frozen. And I looked at my partner. I said, "Man, wish we could California. Fuck this shit." So we broke out our sledgehammers, broke our tools out, threw them in the back of the truck, and took off to California. Ran out of money at Yankton, South Dakota. Talked this guy into letting us building dry in 2 houses. So we built 2 houses in Yankton, South Dakota, and got the money and came to California. Sweet, Matthew. I hope you got it around. I hope you sold it around the $33, $34 because it's already down below 30. And that's another thing. Thanks for bringing that up. And they've said this. You go watch 2 years ago. All these financial precious metals peoples will tell you when you see silver go up $3 and then go down and go up and $3 down, $4 up, $4 down. That volatility is going to happen right before the breakout. So in a couple months, silver is going to run. That's pretty much guaranteed. You made out big time, Matthew. You made out big time. Oh yeah, I'm a big time into buy sell, Matthew. Buy sell. I mean, I used to have 300 ounces, but like I said, since 2019, the beginning of 2020, lost my company, lost a lot of work. I'm like fucking fixing to pull the ejector seat. If I don't get saved this year, I'm pulling an ejection seat, and I'm gonna fucking get my early retirement and go buy a fucking $100,000 house in Southern Alabama and let my early retirement pay for it and live till 62 and expect early retirement from the early Social Security. Call it a day. Unless something happens, because I've been fucked for 4 years. Every financial move I've made has been like, it's like the government's been trying to fuck us. Imagine that. Yeah, don't start a company now. It's the worst time ever. Don't try and be independent. Don't try and be something that they don't want you to be. It costs too much money unless you got a good lawyer. JM, like I said, man, once you start seeing runs of $3-4 differences in a day or two, that volatility is very much an indicator of a breakout. So we should be seeing silver new all-time high 60, 90 days, maybe 120, somewhere around there. Yep, Yankton, South Dakota. I built 2 houses there, Silver Shelby Stacker. Actually, the lady who owns this house upstairs, she was born in Yankton, South Dakota. We actually have talks about it because I think she went to Yankton University actually too. Oh, right on. I've been up where you guys were at. The whole reason I was able to, me and my partner were able to talk a contractor into letting us dry in 2 houses. Because 2 weeks after we got there, there's supposed to be a 12-foot snowdrift coming in. And his crew would only have the houses that were dried in to work over winter. And he didn't have enough houses dried in. So we were like, hey, we can probably do 1 house in 3-4 days. Let's knock out 2 houses for you. You pay us this much. You'll have 2 more houses. Once that snowdrift comes in, those houses will be dried in. You can go inside and do the work. And we cut the deal. Houses were done in like 8 days. We dried in 2 houses. Grabbed the money and came down to Florida. It's kind of cool. I've had a hell of a life. And actually, the reason why we needed money is because somewhere in Nebraska, there's a fucking Indian casino. And those bastards see white boys coming, they'll take all your fucking money fast. I walked in there with like $700 and my partner had $500. And we were like halfway through America. We were like, yeah, shit, let's waste a couple $100, right? We walked out of there within 15 minutes. We were minus $1,200. We walked in there like 15 minutes before that with $1,300. So we didn't have enough money to make it to California. So we had to stop somewhere and do something. Luckily, Yankton, South Dakota was there. We were able to find a fucking contractor that, God works in mysterious ways. I'll just say that. Luckily, I didn't have a wife and kids because I take a lot of chances. Oh, yeah, and the truck I was driving in, it was a 1978 Ford F-150. And, okay, I wasn't always a real good guy. The plates on that truck weren't up to the year. They weren't, the registration wasn't up. I didn't have the year's registration. So before we left Philadelphia, I saw this, it was a Toyota, red Toyota truck, and I stole their tags because they were up to date, and I put them on my Ford, and I drove across country with them on it. I should have gone to jail if I had been stopped for any of the speeding that I did. Oh, shit. We had a hell of a time crossing the country. But yeah, I'm happy everyone's here, and I'm happy I am live, and I don't have to wait for fucking 14 days to do a live stream. Again, I blame Indy. I'd have never done live, Indy, if you were doing a live stream. None of that shit would have happened. So don't do a live stream again, Indy. What offense, Matthew? I'm looking up trying to see where I. Yeah, you continue bi-weekly, spot hire for 10-ounce bars. Oh, yeah, well, that was in 1996, bro. That was before I was still drinking. I didn't give up drinking until after I got to California. Like I said, I wasn't always a good guy. You know who my cousin was, right? And I'm an iron worker and a drinker. Come on. Yeah, I got some stories. Not as crazy as my sensitive cousin, but I got some stories. I got hella stories. Matter of fact, I'll tell y'all one. This is funny. It involves the Hells Angels, actually. It was a bike week, North Carolina. Oh, when was it? 95, I think it was. Myrtle Beach, yeah, biker week. Me and my partner, we booked a room at the Holiday Inn on the beach. And my boys, I took my ground man, we called him Smoothie, and Paul was my partner, and Rerun was my foreman at the time. And we went out to the beach, put out some shit. These guys were like, fucking look at these. Sorry for the girls that are here. But they were looking at all these chicks, man. They were in these dumb bikinis and shit. And my boys were shy, and I was like, I had a couple of drinks. I was like, fuck, you guys are pussies. So I went up, started talking to the girls, got them over to our towel, got the conversation going. I got bored, so I left, right? Let the boys talk, whatever. So I want to smoke some pot. So I said, hey, I'm going to go to the bar, get some drinks and shit. So I walk around, and I see this group of about 15 guys in a circle, right? And I smell it. I knew yeah. I knew they were smoking pot, right? So I broke out my prototype, and there's this big burly motherfucker and this other like Mexican looking dude here. I kind of just walked in between them, got in a circle, lit up my bowl, fucking, went to pass it to the other guy. One guy who was like, nah, we doing a joint, man. And he passed me a joint. I took a hit of the joint, and I noticed two guys in black suits in a black car, total fucking government shit, right? And I was like, so I ribbed this big guy right beside me. I'm like, hey, these motherfuckers over there are taking pictures of us, right? He's like, yeah, they're probably feds. I'm like, well, what the fuck would they want to take pictures? And that's exactly how I was talking. He said, yeah, well, we're the Hells Angels. They're keeping a fucking eye on us. I was like, oh shit, cool, right on, guy. I'm gonna go to the bar. But I walked right into the fucking middle of the Hells Angels, hung out like I was their good buddy. Found out who they were. I said, oh shit, oops, they're on me. I gotta go. Feds were sitting there taking pictures. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Now, don't have no more stories I can tell on video, especially on YouTube. Oh fuck, man! Why am I smoking? I don't want to smoke that. I want to smoke this one. Get off of my chair! I know you're there. I have fish sticks and grilled chicken cheese sandwich. Dude. negatives. I wish I had a 10,000 gallon barrel. I'd have fucking got 10,000 gallons of that shit. Chicken pot pie is good, Matthew. Steak burrito does sound good, as long as it's not from Taco Bell. You know, whenever it says blah, 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 I remember as a small kid at the time, and we spent a lot of this time in Europe, but here in America, I remember when they were doing the license plate numbers, odd numbers would go certain days to get gas, even numbers would go other days to get gas. Good, JM. Excellent. I don't have much, but I like to make. I'll buy grilled meats and cheese type sandwiches, or I'll go to this local pizza place. It's not a chain store; it's a local mom and pop's place. They make great pizza. Throw the dough up in there. It's not like frozen, brought in type it. But I'll probably go back to Butter and Jelly sandwiches if I get a job. And then hit the Nepalese pizza when I get home. Because I can call them on the ride home. Have a fresh fucking medium 4-topping pizza. Have half of it eaten before I get home, take a shower, feed the cats, go to bed, do it all over again the next day. That's because you're getting it from Mike's, none of them fucking places. You need to see where they buy their meats from. They're just fucking Burger Kings, bro. That's why I go Nepalese. It costs $27 for medium 4-topping, but they use a lot better ingredients. Yeah, you definitely need to watch what you eat, because what you stick in your mouth is how you live your life and how healthy or unhealthy you will be. Food definitely causes a lot of the ailments we have, along with vaccines. Getting vaccinated too early as a child has a lot of problems. Pretty much silver Shelby stacker. That's why I try and do as much, buy the ingredients and then mix it and make it at the house type as possible.